Hey friends, Jonathan here at Night Knowledge. Today we're looking at a new game called Winkeltje. It's Dutch for a shop that sells goods to the public. It left early access about a week or two ago, and I actually have been playing so many games, but this was on sale, and I really liked what I saw when my favorite streamer, 2D Carry, was playing it. And I've always loved shop simulation games, but I haven't found one that I liked yet. But this one is quite fun. It's developed by SassyBot and is about $18 Canadian right now. So, like $5 American. So let's start a new shop. We're going to go with easy mode or easier. So basically, there's different difficulty settings, either making your shop experience easier or harder. I haven't mastered the game, so that's why we're going for something a little bit easier, just so I can show you things more easily. You can choose your plot of land because you're going to build out. Your shop will become bigger and bigger and bigger over time, hopefully. So we're going to go with the default plot. We'll start a new game. Dear child, this property has been in the family for generations, and now it's yours. It would make us proud if you can do what we could not, and that is to clear our family name of debt and return the Koopman name to its former glory. The idea is simple: sell things for more than you bought them, then expand and decorate to appeal to more customers. Good luck. We're counting on you. Max Koopman. Okay, so as you can see, we can customize our character. I'll just click a few times, and I'll stick with this shopkeeper. Would I like an explanation? No, I'll figure it out myself because I hopefully can remember how to play this game. So first things first, you have two options: buy and build. We're going to make a counter. You need to have this in your shop. This is used, as you can see, in the top right or the right here, used to buy items and receive people. So let's place it. As you can see, it has some footprints, so you need to have at least one of the footprints filled. And I always thought you needed to be able to be behind this counter, but actually you don't actually need to. So I can have it straight against the wall, and that's what I'm going to do. But you can rotate it in any way you like, design the shop in any way you like. But there are obviously efficiencies. Certain ways of designing your shop will make it more efficiently run. Then we're going to have some counter space. This is where we'll display our stuff, and as you can see, I can rotate it in any way. And once again, the footprints is how the customers will access it. So the more ways to access it, I guess the higher chance it'll be picked up. But I'm just going to put it in the corner right now. Actually, you know what? I'll place it here. 1 and 2. As you can see, I don't have too much money. And now, let's see. Let's get out of this thing. And as you can see, we can build. We can expand our shop. But it does cost quite a lot of money. You can change the way it looks, the tiles. And you can do stuff like shutters or archways or doors. Even in my best game, which hasn't been really too long, I haven't really been able to truly design it very crazily. I just basically expanded it, making it bigger and bigger. So next, we've got our very basic shop. Now I just want to show you something first. You can specialize in the type of things that you sell. You can be a generalist and sell everything, but it's much harder to keep a lot of stock of certain things if you're just selling everything. It's actually much easier if you concentrate, if you're a specialist. And the game is actually great that way, in that your customers will start remembering after 5 days. They'll start remembering what you sell, and then they will come to your shop specifically for that. So if you become a resource vendor selling only, say right now, wood, yes, within the first 5 days they might ask for apples, they might ask for potions, but after the 5 days is done of not getting technically what they want, the people that come to your store will only want your timber. But this is by no means it. This is the very beginning of the game, so there's only one type of item for each type of resource here. But over time, you're gonna know more potions. So this is a healing potion. You'll learn a sleep potion. You'll learn a salve, and those are things that people are gonna want. But once again, if you specialize in a certain area, which is what we're gonna do today, then that is what they're going to come to your store for, and they won't be upset. So if we become a farmer, people are not going to come to our shop asking for blacksmith stuff or tailoring stuff unless I start selling those things. So now the question is, what do I want to do? So I think I'm going to be a farmer in this game, which is what the typical person would do. People love farming, but I did make a blacksmith. I did make a resource vendor as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy. And as you can see here, when you buy from the counter before the day starts, there's no time limit in this preparation mode. There's only a time limit when you actually open the doors. So you can spend as much time to organize, design, and everything. So as you can see, I can buy any of the starting resources. Certain things like healing potions, nails, and shirts, and vegetable soups, actually, they are a manufactured or crafted item. But you will be able to craft it down the road when you gain some levels. So I'm just going to be a farmer right now and focus on apples. You know, hungry for apples if you guys watch Rick and Morty. So I'm going to buy some apples. As you can see, it tells you how much more it or what discount or how much more it costs. So typically when you buy from the counter, it's almost always going to be more expensive. But every day there will be traders, random traders that come in that might have a discount on certain items. So let's just quickly buy. We're going to buy 6, I think maybe 8 apples for 25% more. It costs us 40. We got 221 left. And now we're going to place our apple there. Place our apple there on display, and then we're going to open our doors, and then we're going to name our shop. We're going to call it the Farmers Market. Okay. So the day has started. As you can see up here, that's the time. We're a level 1 shop. We have a peel of 1 because we'll be able to decorate our shop, and the more appealing it is, the more people that will come to your shop. And what I've noticed when a person has moved 3 times, you'll notice this guy's going to stop at a stall 3 times, and then after the 3rd time, he's going to actually start buying stuff. So I'm going to refill. I'm quickly refilling the places, and as you can see, that sound, that's the sound of a trader. He came to the counter, and now look at this. Instead of paying, how much did I pay? 4? Maybe I paid $5 an apple. I could buy it only for $1. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna load up. We're gonna fully load up on apples. As you can see, I can buy up to like his entire stock if I have the money, but I only have a stock capacity of 15, and I'll show you after this day is done how we can increase that. So we saved a ton of money because his apples are super cheap. I could buy nails, vegetable soup, and wood, and there will be this week, or the next 5 days, there will be people that want these things, and they will be upset if you don't carry it. But once again, after that 5 days, if I keep selling the same type of small amount of things, people will come for that. So maybe, you know what? Maybe I don't want to just do apples. Maybe I want to be a food-centric shop. So I'm going to buy actually some vegetable soup that's on sale. So I'll spend the rest of my money on the vegetable soup. So I bought some apples, I bought some vegetable soup. We filled up our stock capacity, and it's going to cost us 26 silver or whatever, and it was much less than anywhere else. So I'm actually going to fill that up. Oh, you know what? I want to do this. So we replace it. So he's going to buy something. I'm going to replace it with more apples. Yep. You want to buy one more apple? So can I pause it? Can I pause it? No, I don't think I can pause the game. I think there's supposed to be a pause button. But if you don't carry something that people want, they will actually go to your counter over there, and there will be a thought bubble and telling you that, hey, I'd like this. And you could, if you're not displaying it, you can talk to them and sell it to them. Or if you don't have it at all, you could go to your counter and buy it at probably at a markup. And if you do it fast enough, the courier will come to your store and drop it off, at which point you can sell it, and people will line up over time. Okay, so that's basically the end of the day. At that hash mark, the doors will automatically close, or we can interact with the door to close early. So as you can see, day 2's ended. We sold $76 worth of goods, which is great. And now it's up to what we want to do next. I think what I might do is I'm going to move this into the corner. Let's see, I'm going to look at my store this way. So I'm going to move right. Nope, right here. Nope, I don't want to do that. I forgot the controls of this game. There we go. And maybe let's buy a crate, which I can use to display. But the crate actually is not that good. If you look over here, that's how much it costs. That's how much appeal you're getting, 8 appeal. And that is the storage space, how much it can actually store. So, you know what? I might actually not do anything. I'm going to talk about the storage. So as you can see, we have a capacity of 15 right now in our store. I'm going to buy a pallet. It costs 75 gold or silver, and it'll give me 12 additional storage slots. I'll just place it in the corner. This plays where you put your storage actually matters, because down the road, I'm going to show you right now, you can hire, or you'll be able to hire workers, and they will automatically stock your shelves or your displays for you. I was pressing R when they bought stuff from my displays to automatically fill these areas. So this counter is always going to have, right now, is always going to have vegetable soup. This one will always have apples. If I ever wanted to change it, like maybe I want to sell double apples, all I have to do is that, and then it'll do that. But I want to sell both apples and vegetable soup right now. So that's all I'm going to do right now. I could buy some more apples, but you remember I bought quite a few, and it tells us how much we have. We have 5 apples. I think that's enough for the day, and hopefully the trader will come with more apples. So let's open the shop. Welcome to the farmer's market. I hope we have what you want. Hungry for apples? And this person's like, I don't know about the vegetable soup. Oh, the apples look good. They look tasty. But I think I'm going to end up buying the soup. And then the apples. So I think if I had one more display, that'd be ideal. So that they, what's it called? So that they buy 3 things at a time. Okay, so she bought. There we go. Here comes the trader. So once again, the trader has apples on sale. Not super cheap, but cheap. It's half off still. So I'm going to buy some more. And the vegetable soup this time is a little bit expensive. So I'll buy some. There's not 50%, so 20% isn't bad. But I won't buy too much. Okay, so now Tyneman is taking a look at my 2 goods. Okay, he bought some apples. I'll replace it. He's going to buy some soup. He replaced it. See, if I did not replace the apple, he might not ask for it. He might not go to the other side of the counter and ask for more. So I like to make sure that my counters are always filled immediately. Okay, fill that up. So he bought his stuff. We got some more money. And as long as we're not buying items for 100% markup, then we're actually making a little bit of money. But as you can see in the top right, I think every 5 days we have to pay rent. And as you can see, we got to pay 30 rent. So at higher difficulties, the rent's going to be more, or maybe at a higher rate. So that day is done. Let's see. So as you can see, we got shelves now that we can place. I don't know why. Hello? There. So I can buy shelves, and that will allow you to store stuff obviously up there. But I don't want that right now. I could have a see. If I waited, I could have got a better item. But you know what? I think, let me take a look at this. let's see, I can, let's close that. Close this. And then how do I sell? Oh yeah, sell. So I sold that. And then, oh. So this one has less. So the storage shelf has less, costs a little bit, is a little bit cheaper, but it provides some appeal, but it also has significantly less storage. So let's put that pallet back. And one of the things I really like is that when you sell things, like your displays and that kind of stuff, you don't like lose money on it. So you're free to really design your shop however you like. As you can see, we've unlocked, due to our level, I think we unlocked some decorations. And as you can see on, we're looking at the right hand side here, we're looking at the cost, I'm looking at the appeal. So these things provide a lot of appeal. Whether I want to spend that right now, I don't know. Let's see. So if you look at the trash bin, what this is saying is that if you place it outside of the house, it's worth 15 appeal. But if you place it inside the house, it's worth a lot more appeal. Rocks looks like, I think, can only be placed outside, which makes sense. And then a tree stump looks like probably an outside decoration, but we're not doing any decorations. I could get a mirror for 50 silver, and it provides appeal, and it does a special thing. If you don't like the look of your character, it allows you to change your appearance at any time. We're okay right now. You know what I want to do? I want to get one more display, but you know what? This is probably moot, because when I level up, I'll get a better display that can hopefully hold 2 things at a time. I'm going to close that menu. And now, as you can see, there's a new resource available. So as time goes on, there's going to be more resources. So let's just open up that thing to show you. See, remember the resource vendor originally had wood. Now it has wood and wool. So if you're focusing on resources, you'll want to make sure you have both of or all of the types of resources for your specialization. Otherwise, you're going to have customers that come in and say, hey, do you have wool? And you'll be like, oh, I don't have any, you know. But my customers know that I am a farmer and cook, so they should mostly come for apples and vegetable soup. Once in a while, probably maybe today, we might have someone that says, hey, do you carry potions? And I'll be like, no. And I will have the choice of either going to the counter and buying healing potions that looks like a markup to satisfy their happiness, or I can say, no, we don't. They'll be slightly upset, but down the road, after the 5 days, they'll be like, okay, this guy only sells food and cooked food. So let's go back here. I'm going to stock up a little bit. We won't go crazy. We'll open the doors. And what I'm banking on is that the trader comes early so I can buy the apples and vegetable soup at a faster rate. And basically what I want to show you is when I level up. When you level up, you to certain points. Oh, let me quickly do this. Oh, I didn't do this. Apples for sale. I think at levels 5, 10, and 15, you unlock a new crafting or manufacturing buildings, so which will hopefully be at the end of what's it called, at the end of the next day. I don't think we're gonna get this day. As you can see, we're running out of time for the trader. So what does the trader have? Vegetable soup on sale, apple on sale, and wood on sale. If I want to go into wood, I can. I don't feel like it, and that's the great thing. I feel like in most shop simulation games, they want you like to sell everything, essentially being a generalist. But in this game, in Winkeltje, you can you can specialize in however you want, and the people that come to your shop eventually will be like, Jonathan's shop is known for food and cooked food, is not known for shirts or for blacksmith tools. So there you go. Let's refill the thing. Got some apples. Obviously, certain goods sell for better than others. So I think the blacksmith and the tailoring type of goods sell for far more than, say, these apples or the vegetable soup. But you're going to see how I can have my own self-sustaining source of income down the road. So looks like there's no other people coming, so I can close my shop early. And let's see, I am going to, so we did level up. Let's see if we can buy anything new. Oh, look, see, there's the large tables. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unequip that. I'm going to unequip that. Actually, I'm going to unequip all of my tables. Then I'm going to interact with that, sell it for the amount I paid for it. I think at least 32 bucks. Is that how much I paid for it? Yeah. And now I'm going to use large tables instead. So see, I think technically it's better, like it's cheaper to have these tables. Let's see, but the large table does provide, although the large table is a little bit more expensive by like about $9, the large table is providing a +5, what's it called, appeal. And for me, it's just, I just like having double tables rather than singles. So this will be my table, or my apple table. This one will be my vegetable soup table. Let's see, how are we doing for stock? I'll buy a few more apples and whoa, look at that. That vegetable soup is 60% a markup. So if we sell it, we're gonna make only a profit of $4. So I'm not gonna do that right now. And oh, and see, this is the end of that week cycle. So I can pay my rent if I can, which I will. And I think if you don't pay your debts, oh, so see, you want to pay your debt 20 times, and maybe that's the end of the game. I've never gotten to that point yet. So Elwin is visiting. He's like, vegetable soup or apples? Vegetable soup or apples? We're level 5, so something has happened. I'm going to show you at the end of this day what that has unlocked for us. Because you're probably thinking, oh, this is kind of basic right now. There's not much to do. You're just waiting around. And yes, the beginning part of the game is pretty basic. Or, you know, maybe I could be selling tons and tons of different types of items. So let's see. This guy's only selling apples. So you know what? I will buy it. I'll buy it since it's on sale. Okay, let's there. So 1 move, 2 move, it looks like 3 move, and now she's gonna start buying stuff. I'm just hovering over her, saying, "Oh, you want apples? Here, I'm just gonna replace it." And here's Neil J. And what is she? She's the blacksmith's wife. And then I'm just gonna replace that. And she bought. See, as you can see, she bought 3 apples. There we go. And she might be our last customer. I feel like customers come in early. They don't really come in like later, like in the day. So I'm gonna close this early. Shop ended, we made 55 bucks, not the best day. And I'm gonna show you what we unlocked at level 5. At level 5, we unlocked a crafting station. We can do a forge, where we can craft tools and weapons. Excuse me. A tailoring station, a stove, an alchemy table, or a kitchen garden. There are these ones over here, and I think these only become available for if you are growing stuff. So, so the stove allows you to, what's it called? Allows you to make the vegetable soups. The vegetable soups, I think, requires artichoke, which we don't want to do yet. So I'm actually going to go with the kitchen garden, which I imagine most people have done and will do. So we're going to do the kitchen garden. We'll unlock that. We'll be able to unlock another one, I think, in 5 levels, which is, the levels are actually going to slow down now. So now that I've done that, why don't we try doing something with that? So I'm going to go into build mode. I'm going to build a door right here, which that actually doesn't cost me anything. We'll leave, yep. So now I can go outside, and now we can buy a plot of, a garden plot. I'll just place 1. Okay, and then let's see, I should be able to buy, so as you can see, the game is expanding, there's more things I can buy. So I'm gonna buy some potato seeds. I can buy chamomile seeds, potato seeds. Chamomile is typically a used for potion making. So but what I always forget, you start off when you get that plot, it gives you two potato seeds. So I'm gonna plant, and I'm going to seed it, and it'll take 2 days. Basically that's saying it's going to take 2 days for you to get potatoes. And usually when you plant something, it is going to give you seeds back. So it's a renewable source of resources. So we'll do that. I could buy another plot if I felt like it, but I don't feel like it right now. Let's see. In terms of food, people are still only going to be asking technically for those two things. So I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to buy up a few apples. And unfortunately, I'm going to pay a pretty penny for vegetable soups. Okay, so we're going to open the shop. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the farmer's market. Please take a look at our goods. Welcome, Gertie. And take a look. How does the apples look? The apples don't look that great. Your vegetable soup, on the other hand, looks fantastic. I'll buy 2 for my family. And then we have Elwin. Welcome back, Elwin. How's it going? How does the vegetable soup look? I don't know if I feel like vegetable soup. Actually, looks like I feel like a lot. And here is my trader buddy. And he has the cheap apples and the cheap vegetable soups. Or cheaper. So I'm going to max out vegetable soup since it's cheaper for me. And I'll buy apples as well. There we go. As you can see, if your stock starts getting full, your pallets start getting full, which is a small little thing which I like. It's not like always full. Yep, this guy's gonna, Timon is gonna buy three apples. And then here's Bellich. And I think she has a revealing shirt, but it's not going to work on me. No discounts. And she still buys the apples anyways. Oh, something happened. We completed one of our objectives, and I don't know what happens when you complete these objectives, whether you get money or anything like that. Doesn't look like anyone else is coming, so we're going to close the shop. And now, one of the things that's special with gardening is usually you have to water. So I'm just going to spend my time. There you go. There's a little bit of a lag. It's a quick thing. So that's that. Do I need anything else? As you can see, there's new resources. Iron is opening up. Chamomile is opening up. Let's just take a look at our specializations. As a cook and farmer, technically people are going to want chamomile, it looks like, actually. So what I should have done was let us buy another plot, kitchen plot, right there. And that did not give me any seeds automatically. I want to buy 2 seeds at 33% markup, chamomile seeds. Hopefully I did it correctly. And we're going to plant chamomile because it's available now, and they know that I'm a farmer's market and food vendor. People are going to start wanting the chamomile. So if I'm going to do that, let's do this. Nope, that's not what I wanted. We're going to make another stall right here. And I'm going to, until the chamomile is ready, I'm going to buy a bit of chamomile. Five chamomiles to be exact. And I'll place a double stall right here. So now, as you can see, my place is getting bigger. I will be able to place some counters here. I guess it'll be a tight but small shop. Or I can expand the size of it. But we don't have that much money. So welcome, Neilji. I remember you came before. You're taking a look. As you can see, we have some nice chamomile. Let me know if you'd like some, or if you have any questions on chamomile. Oh, I like chamomile. So right away, we're already profiting from that. And then here's Timon again. So I imagine no one else grows anything. He might be the carpenter, the village carpenter. So we're always selling food. So the trader, oh, he has chamomile on sale. So I'm gonna buy some chamomile, only a little bit, maybe 5. I don't want to go crazy, even though it's cheap, because I'm growing chamomile right here. In 2 days, I'll actually have quite a lot of chamomile. So the only thing is I can't grow apples for some reason. There's no such thing as apple trees right now, as far as I know. So I'll buy a few apples from him, and now we're good. Our storage is pretty good. We can hold quite a lot, but I want to be able to adapt. There we go. We leveled up. We're level 7 now. But unlocks new furniture, and we'll take a look after the day is done to see what furniture we can do. Our appeal is very close too, so if we increase our appeal, then we can have more customers come in. One more apples? One more apple? Yeah, she's gonna buy chamomile. Everyone loves chamomile. Chamomile tea, I guess. Looks like the day is done. Looks like a lot of time, but it doesn't look like anyone's gonna come. I never see anyone come like late at night. There's no last minute shoppers in this game. So that's done. And now we can actually harvest. Our potatoes are ready. So I'm gonna harvest the potatoes. And let's take a look at what we got. Inventory. We just picked up 4 potatoes and we got 2 potato seeds. You always get back seeds for what you plant, which is it's the renewable source. So usually things like potatoes won't sell for very much. As you can see, sells for $6 only, but you're getting a renewable source. So we'll replant it. And this thing here, this bar here, 95% chance. I think what this is telling me is that there's a 95% chance that you'll just get a basic potatoes, but there's a 5% chance of getting a slightly better potato. But I think because my skill is low, I can only get basic potatoes. But once I pass this threshold, I'll be able to get green potatoes, so better version, green, blue, purple potatoes. So potatoes have been done. I'm gonna water my chamomile, very easy, nice and quick. That's why I like, you're not spending, in other games like Stardew Valley, you're spending a lot of time maintaining your stuff. It does not take a lot of time to maintain your garden in this game. So we got the potatoes, and you know what? Since we got potatoes, I imagine people are going to ask for it. So I could get a cupboard. Don't really have the space for it. I could put it maybe in the corner and have the pallet like, let's see. Let's move the pallet into here, and maybe I'll have a cupboard here. There we go. So my shop appeal is increased. Just shop will now attract more customers, which is what you want. And why don't we put our potatoes in here? As you can see, it stores up to 3. I don't have to do this. I can do this if I feel like, but I kind of like being able to see where everything is. So I will have the same type of item in the display. So we're good at this point. We got our potatoes. Let's see. Will people buy potatoes? Yeah, people will buy potatoes. So we're good. Do I want to buy any extra resources? Chamomile, we have 3. I'll buy 1 because I imagine the chamomile is going to be ready next turn. I'll buy 1 more. Buy 1 more since it's not overly expensive. Potatoes, it says we have 0, but we technically have 3 on the display, so it's not counting what we have on display. I'll buy 2, maybe 3 potatoes. We have 5 apples in storage. I think that's fine. Vegetable soup, we have 6 in storage and a 60% markup, so I'm not going to do anything. So let's open the doors one more time. And let's see. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the farmer's market. Please ignore the mess on the ground. So Jacoba has visited. She's buying probably food for her family. And she's looking at potatoes. She's probably going to buy. No, she's not interested in potatoes. Looks like she's interested in apples. And Neilji's back again. She bought some vegetable soup. Oh, okay. Apples. Oh, she's going crazy on the apples. Okay, here comes the trader. No one's buying. No one's interested in potatoes right now. Is this it? There's a little bit of lag for some reason. Let's see. I think I might buy 2 vegetable soups. Oh, look, see, chamomile seeds are cheaper. So if I wanted to have like a huge chamomile farm, now might be the time to buy seeds that at least save some money on it. But nah, I won't do that. I was gonna buy some vegetable soup. So and buy more apples. Hungry for apples. I'm hungry for apples. Time in. He bought some vegetable soup. Looks like he's gonna buy some apples. Just restock quickly. So see, if you don't like manually restocking, or once your store becomes really big. Right now my store is so big, it's no big deal for me to manually restock. It doesn't take too much effort at all. But if you don't like it, you can hire someone. It costs some money, a little bit of money every day, but you can then they will restock the shelves for you, and you can just watch what people buy. But because, once again, my store is so small, I don't need to hire anyone. I'm not that lazy. So we'll close our shop early. And it looks like chamomile is ready to harvest. So we picked up 4 chamomile. We picked up some replacement seeds. So we'll replant it. And we'll water the potatoes. They'll be ready tomorrow. And how are we for resources? Chamomile, we have 2 extra. I'm gonna buy a little bit. I think I should have bought the extra. Because people are buying chamomile quite a lot. Potatoes, I'm gonna buy 1 more potato. We have tons of apples. Vegetable soup, I should always max out on vegetable soup. And that should be good. And see, instead of 15 bucks, it's now 28 bucks. So let's just go open drawers again. Welcome to the farmer's market. We're level 8 right now. Once we hit level 10, we'll be able to unlock another crafting or manufacturing station, like the gardens right there. And down the road, I'll be able to unlock larger plots that I believe do 4. And once again, I don't actually need to display it. I don't need to display these things. I can keep it all behind me, and then they'll just line up for it. Okay, so I ran out of potatoes, but I think potatoes should be ready at the end of the day. But potatoes are super cheap too, so now might be the time to stock up. And once again, at any time, I can switch my strategy. Maybe I'm tired of doing food and I want to go become a tailor. I can start buying shirts, start displaying it, and over time people will start asking for shirts or start buying shirts. They might not buy it right away because they're like, oh, the farmer's market only has food and cooked goods, baked goods. They don't have shirts. And when they come to the farmer's market next time, like, hey, they're selling shirts. I don't feel like it today, but maybe in the future I'll come and get it. So let's see. Let's buy a few potatoes since it's cheap and I have lots of storage. I'm actually going to buy some potato seeds. And actually, look, they're selling some green version, some better version potato seeds, which should give me green potatoes. So, but the other potato seeds, the basic ones, are very much on sale. So I'm actually going to spend that money instead. I'll buy that. I'll buy 2 seeds to expand that. And I think that's all. So we'll buy that. And let's replace our apple stock. Let's replace our potato stock. She bought 2 things. Eva has visited. I don't remember seeing Eva. And I think once she's done, I think she'll be the last person visiting. Oh no, here comes someone. Welcome, Cohen. Welcome to my shop. If this is your first time, we have apples, we have chamomile, we have vegetable soup, and I think you bought the last of it. There we go. And that should be it. I think we've officially run out of vegetable soup. So that might be something I want to buy from the counter, because when we open up tomorrow, there's most likely someone that's typically comes every day, buys some vegetable soup, and they're like, oh, you don't have any? And, I'll need it. So we'll harvest our potatoes. So we got 4 potatoes. We'll do that. We'll plant them. We're done with that. We'll water the chamomile. We will make another plot in however direction I want. And I'm going to close that. And then I'm going to plant the other potato seeds. There we go. That's that. So everything's ready. You've been watered already. And for the next day, we need to have some vegetable soup at a high markup. So let's just buy 4. I don't like even buying that many. Apples, we're good on apples. We got 7 technically. Chamomile, we need a little bit of chamomile just in case. And potatoes, we have lots of potatoes. Potatoes. So let's open the shop. And now we gotta pay now. So we're 2 out of 20. Oh, vegetable soup. I don't need to do that, just quick reload. Freshly made vegetable soup. If I made the stove, I could have I could make vegetable soup, but then I'd have to buy, I believe, artichoke or some sort of green to make it. There we go, selling lots of people. Here comes a rush of people. Okay. Oh, looks like so this is a food vendor. Ooh, look at that. So he's selling some apples, some green apples. They sell for a silver more, but they cost the same price. So that is an option. I'm gonna do that. And then we're gonna buy some chamomile seeds. I want some better chamomile, and as you can see, it costs the same as the white ones. So I'm gonna spend that too. And we don't need potato seeds because we already did that already. So are we good? Do we need to buy any more apples? Let's buy a few more apples. And chamomile. We're good on chamomile, I think. Okay. So who's this? Gertie. What's she gonna buy? Looks like she's gonna buy some apples, so I'll be ready to put it back on there in case she buys more. No, she's buying the vegetables. Soup. We leveled up, I think. We'll replace that. Oh, looks like she's buying the potatoes. All filled up. Okay, bought the apples. And replace the chamomile. Okay, and I think this is the last vendor. Or sorry, the last customer. And from what I've noticed, actually, I think she bought more than... Oh, she bought 4 things. Okay, that's good. And oh, something I didn't show you guys. There are events that happen in the game. So right now we're in spring. We're day 9 of 26. So this has increased tool prices and food becomes cheaper. So as you saw, that's why there's discounts. We'll go from spring to summer, and there'll be different bonuses or things that happens. Sometimes there's a festival and there's more customers with more money. Sometimes, like in wintertime, they're gonna want, what do people want in winter? People want clothes so that they keep warm, and they want fuel. They want wood or maybe iron to keep warm. So a food vendor right now I think does well because I can sell for cheap. So let's close our doors. Doesn't look like anyone else is coming. And let's quickly water our plants. Okay, so we got potatoes. We can harvest the chamomile. And we'll plant these white ones. And now we'll buy one more plot for the other kitchen garden. Do I have the money? I have the money. No problem. Close the menu. We'll plant now these green ones. There's nothing special. It doesn't take longer to what's it called? It doesn't take longer to build, or I guess to grow, but there is a higher chance of a better result. But because my chamomile growing skills is very low, I have a 10% chance to get the same value, maybe more of the normal standard chamomiles. But as my growing skill increases, this bar here underneath will turn into a green bar, meaning that there might be a 10% chance that when I harvest my chamomile, that it becomes green chamomile, green level chamomile, which sells for more. So that is that. And let's see, what are we gonna buy? Let's buy some apple. Oh, I see artichokes have become available, and there's artichoke seeds. So you know what I'm actually gonna do right off the bat? I'm gonna buy one more plot. Okay, and we're gonna buy some artichoke seeds right off the bat. Let's be ready. Let's be ready for it. So that cost me quite a bit of money, but I'm gonna plant the artichoke seeds, and it's gonna take me 4 days. Unlike the potatoes and chamomile, it takes 4 days rather than 2 days to grow them. So, and artichokes most likely will start to become wanted. So I'm gonna buy a few more apples. I'm gonna buy a little bit of potatoes. Oh, and we ran out of chamomile. It's not good. Stock capacity is at full. So I could spend some money to buy a better stock. And you know what? There's probably new storage. See? As you can see here, why don't I get rid of this pallet and I get a super pallet? Or I can get a cupboard, or I can expand my shop, but I don't have that much money, and as you can see, we're kind of off in an easier mode. So maybe I can do a storage shelf. There we go. I'll do a storage shelf. There we go. But I gotta watch my money. I can't just go crazy. Let's see. So we have extra chamomile, only 3, four potatoes. We got 4 apples. We got some artichokes. So what is the only thing? What I'm gonna do is I am going to not display. If you guys probably caught on, I'm not going to display my artichoke so that you can see them come up to the counter, because I've always displayed everything that they will want, but there is a chance that you don't display it or you choose not to display it, and they'll come up to the counter and say, hey, I know you're a food place, so do you have artichokes for sale? And I'll be like, actually I do. I have it in the back, or in my case in the middle of the floor. Oh, she bought all of the potatoes. Okay. She's gonna be making some French fries and what's it called? She's gonna put, what other things can you make with potatoes? Potato soup. Let's see. Mashed potatoes. Okay. Oh, see. So that person here, she wants an artichoke, and because she knows that I'm a food vendor. And I have artichokes. I could choose not to sell it to her. Maybe I need artichokes to make my vegetable soups, which I will be able to do at level 10 if I choose to unlock the stove. I'll just sell it though. It makes her happy. And see, he wants artichokes as well. And now let's go to my food vendor. Hey, and the artichokes are cheap. And I'm gonna need to buy more stock capacity. I'm gonna buy. I don't think I'm actually gonna buy any chamomile because I think chamomile is gonna be ready. I don't think chamomile is ready this turn, so I think I will buy some chamomile, and I will buy some potatoes since it's actually pretty cheap. There we go. If I made a mistake, I could always go to the counter and buy it, but as you can see, everything's on markup. Oh, let's refill my apple. He bought some potatoes and he wants some artichoke. He's like, do you have artichoke ever? Like I saw Gertie. She bought some artichoke. Do you have any? Yeah, definitely. I got some. For a good customer like you, no problems. Belgie bought some chamomile. Gonna make some chamomile tea, some apple pies, and an artichoke soup. And good thing we bought all that artichoke. I think it up there tells us we have 4 extra, so that's good. The day is done. We're going to close up shop and the cycle continues. But I think I'm going to end the video right here. I think it gives you a good idea of what this game is about. Of the, I guess, store simulation games, this is actually really fun. Like this is one of the best made ones. And for $18 Canadian, you know, once again, $5 American, like, if you like this type of simulation game, I haven't seen anything bad that I don't like. Maybe it's a little bit hard to expand, but it's about the long game. It's not about like short, like expand quickly type of thing. Kind of like Planet Coaster. I feel like in Planet Coaster you can build a really big park really fast, but in Winkeltje, it's a slow process, which I like, because then you slowly build up your stock. You don't have to buy a billion things at one time. So anyways, thanks for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed your time. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make a series of this. I might do that because this is a fun game. Check out the rest of my channel for other videos on Winkeltje, video games, board games, and other fun things. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.